If you've ever played around with an AI music generator, you know that feeling, right? There's that initial moment of pure magic, which is usually followed pretty quickly by some serious frustration. Well, today, we're diving into Suno Studio. It's an update that promises to turn what felt like a fun toy into a legit creative tool. And to really get why this is such a huge deal, we gotta look at both the magic and the frustration of how things have worked up until now.
You know, the whole idea behind tools like Suno has always been so simple, it's kind of mind-blowing. You literally just type in what you want to hear. Something like a funky soul track about waking up on a Tuesday. And boom! Out pops a fully produced song that's surprisingly good. It's an amazing, amazing starting point.
But there's the catch, isn't there? For all that power, there's always been this one massive limitation. What if you absolutely love the chorus, but that guitar solo just feels a little off? Or what if the bass line is perfect, but you just want to tweak one single note? Well, for the longest time, you were just out of luck, stuck.
And this really gets us to the core problem that's defined this whole first wave of AI music. These tools have basically been a black box. You put your brilliant idea in one end, something incredible comes out the other, but you have zero idea what's happening on the inside and absolutely no way to control it.
This led to what everyone's been calling the all-or-nothing problem. You could get a song that's 95% of the way there, but one little flaw, a weird vocal, a cheesy guitar sound, just makes the whole thing unusable. And your only move? Re-roll the dice. Hope for a better outcome next time, all while burning through your time and your credits.
So yeah, the old workflow was basically a game of chance. You'd write your prompt, generate a couple of options, and just cross your fingers. If neither of them was quite right, you had to go back, tweak the prompt, and start the whole process over again. It felt less like you were creating music and more like you were pulling the lever on a slot machine, just hoping for a jackpot.
Well, all of that is about to change. Suno has officially announced Suno Studio, and it's a massive evolution. It's built right on top of their acquisition of Wavetool, which was a full-blown, in-your-browser music production suite. So this isn't just some minor update. It's a fundamental shift in what this thing can actually do.
And the new features they've announced, they're a direct answer to all those old frustrations. We're talking about creating music with multiple tracks, stem-by-stem generation. But the real game changer, the one thing that unlocks true creative control, it's the ability to export MIDI files.
Now, for anyone who isn't a music producer, let's just quickly clear this up. A DAW, or Digital Audio Workstation, is the software that's at the heart of pretty much all modern music. It's your Ableton Live, your Logic Pro, your FL Studio. It's the digital canvas where artists build their songs from the ground up.
Okay, so that brings us to MIDI. Why is everyone freaking out about this? It's because MIDI isn't actually audio, it's data. Think of it like sheet music for a computer. It tells you which notes were played, how hard, and exactly when. If you have the MIDI, you can take a melody that Suno generated and assign it to any instrument you want, change every single note, and have total granular control. It's everything.
And this just completely changes the role of the person using the tool. You're not just a prompter anymore. You're not just asking an AI for a finished song. Now you're a producer, using AI to generate the raw materials that you can then shape, mold, and refine yourself.
This opens up a brand new creative workflow. You can generate a core idea in Suno, export the raw ingredients, the audio stems, and that all-important MIDI, and then just pull them into your professional DAW. And from there, the sky's the limit. You can refine it, reconstruct it, and really truly make that song your own.
I mean, the shift here is just massive. The AI goes from being the musician to being your collaborator. The black box generator becomes a glass box toolkit. And instead of getting this unchangeable, all-or-nothing final product, you get flexible, editable, creative materials to build with.
And this isn't just theory, you know? Real users are already seeing what this could mean. Like this Reddit user, usual_lettuce_7498, said this could finally let them fix those songs that were almost perfect but were held back by just one bad element, like a cheap, fake-sounding guitar track. But with all this new power comes a huge new debate. As Suno starts to look less like a simple generator and more like a full-on production tool, it's stepping onto a new battleground. And, as you can imagine, the community is fiercely divided on what this all means for the future of making music.
So, the central question really is this. Is Suno trying to replace the big guys, the Abletons and Logics of the world? Or is it just going to become another powerful plugin that producers use inside the ecosystems that already exist?
On one side of the argument, you have people like 1950s American Father on Reddit who think this is a total Kodak moment. They believe the traditional DAWs are way too slow to adapt,
and that Suno is about to completely disrupt the entire industry, just like digital cameras did to film.
But then, on the other side, you've got the seasoned producers, like Shigley-Boo, who are way more skeptical. They see this new feature and think it's amazing, but their reaction is basically, great, I'll take those MIDI files and immediately pull them into my professional DAW, the one they've already spent years mastering to get pro-level results.
This practical debate about tools very quickly spills over into these much deeper, almost philosophical questions about what it even means to be an artist when AI is involved. We're not just talking about technology here. We're talking about artistry, automation, and yeah, even the law.
You see some musicians, like this Reddit user, who feel like this devalues the entire craft. You know, from their point of view, if you're just clicking a button, can you really claim that result as your own work? It's missing the struggle, the passion, the effort, that for them is what creation is all about.
But then you've got this really powerful counterargument from users like El Juicemain. They're basically saying, look, if you have a musical idea in your head, who cares what tool you use to bring it to life? For them, AI is this incredible democratizing force. It's giving a voice to people who might have the brilliant ideas of a composer, but just don't have years of formal training.
And believe it or not, this whole debate has massive legal implications. Right now, Suno is facing lawsuits over its training data, and a key legal defense that always comes up in these cases is this idea of transformative use. Basically, the law asks whether a creator has done enough work to add a new meaning or message to the original material to make it something genuinely new instead of just a copy.
So here's the really crucial part. Suno Studio's editing features are way more than just a creative upgrade. By allowing and probably logging all of these user-driven changes, like the MIDI edits, the new arrangements, the total reconstruction of a song, the tool itself becomes a potential way for creators to prove their human contribution. It's a way to demonstrate that they have, in fact, transformed the AI's output into their own original work.
Which leaves us with a big, big question. With tools like Suno Studio, are we seeing this great democratization of music, putting the power of a professional studio into everyone's hands? Or are we just automating the very soul of art? The real answer is probably somewhere in the middle. But one thing is absolutely for sure. That line between being a prompter and being a producer is getting blurrier by the day, and music is never going to be the same.